Hey folks, my name is David Faltzgraf, and I'm the founder and lead sound designer here at SundaySounds.com. We're really excited to be able to provide you with high-quality, song-specific MainStage patches for today's most popular modern worship songs. Using our MainStage patches, you can nail these songs live, even if you're not using backing tracks and you're the only keyboard player. The great thing about all our MainStage patches is that you don't need any expensive third-party plugins or software. You just need MainStage 3 running on any modern Mac computer, and you can use these patches live. We've designed this patch at the original tempo and in the original key of the song, but there's a video tutorial on the product page that you can check out after you've purchased the patch if you need to do the song in a different key or at a different tempo than the original. To make things even easier for you, we've pre-mapped this patch to our Sunday Keys MainStage template. So if you have Sunday Keys, you can just drag and drop this patch right into your concert and it will be pre-mapped to the extra section. There's no setup work or mapping required. Just drag it in and you're ready to play. Now I'm going to hand this over to Ryan, who's going to walk you through the various sections of the patch to teach you how to use it to nail this song live. Let's take a look.
Hey everyone, Ryan from Sunday Sounds here. Now before we actually get started playing this song patch, there are just a few things that I wanted to go over with you. The first is that we use the mod wheel in this patch. We're going to use this to move in and out between different parts of the song. Now if you don't have a mod wheel, that's okay. We've got a video tutorial that's located over on our blog. It's going to show you how you can use a fader or a knob in place of the mod wheel. And if you don't have a fader or knob, like I do on my MIDI keyboard here, you could always pick up something like a Korg Nano Control 2. It's a great way to add both faders and knobs to your keys rig, and you could use any of those in place of the mod wheel. The next thing is that we are playing this song patch in its original key of G and in its original tempo. And so as David mentioned in the intro, if you did need to change one of those things, just head over to the web page for the song patch. There's a video there. It's going to guide you through the process of making those changes. Now this is a 4-chord song, and we actually repeat the 4-chord progression throughout the entire song. So it makes it pretty easy to memorize and pretty easy to play. We have a C, it's going to be in this range here, an E minor, D, A minor, B minor. And that's it for the whole entire song. The only thing that's going to change is if we're playing in this octave range or the lower octave range, and if we're doing a full octave or single notes. Pretty simple. We start the song off with an intro, and we're going to have the mod wheel at 0%. As we go into the verse from that intro, we're going to build the mod wheel up to about 30 or 40%. Not quite 50 yet. I'm just going to let you see how it sounds real quick as I play from the intro into the verse and even into the pre-chorus, because it is the same exact chord progression. That sounds like this. And we just keep repeating that progression the same way throughout the intro, verse, and pre-chorus. Now if you noticed, as I moved the mod wheel closer to that 40%, that ARP came in and it started to get brighter and brighter. Now we have 4 beats per chord, except for the A minor and the B minor. Those have 2 beats per chord. Now as we come out of that pre-chorus, we go into our chorus. We're going to leave the mod wheel exactly where it was, about 40%, and then move from this octave range here down into the lower octave range. That's for our chorus. That sounds like this. So you can see I started to fade the mod wheel up. You generally want to do this after you play the progression through 2 times. As we move into 50% and even about 60, we start to bring in a string part over the top of that ARP synth. Now that's going to be our entire chorus. From there, we have a quick dropout where they sing "Love Won't Let Me Down." You can just leave the mod wheel exactly where it's at, about 50, 60, depending on how big you want to build the song. This is where we're going to come in with the right hand, that signature vocal lead part. We're going to keep the left hand exactly the same for the first couple progressions, and then we're going to build by adding the full octave in the left hand. I'll go ahead and play probably just one progression with just the bottom end, and then one progression with the full big sound. That sounds like this. It's about 50, 60. Okay, so we're still keeping that exact same chord progression and timing. 4 beats on everything, 2 beats on the A and the B. Now, in the right hand, I'm going to play the lead isolated a little bit slower. And that sounds like this. And we just repeat that. Now, it can be a little bit tricky at first to figure out how to put both hands together. So, a few things to bear in mind. We're always playing the left hand notes on the downbeat. So it'll be on the 1 for the C, on the 1 for the E minor, on the 1 for the D, on the 1 for the A, and on the 3 for the B, because the A gets 2 beats, and then the B takes beats 3 and 4. I'm going to go ahead and actually kick the mod wheel up. This is not what we would do in the song, but this is going to let me show you with a piano how rhythmically those parts sit together. It's going to be a little easier to demonstrate that way than with all of those different sounds running. So we start that lead off by playing at the same time on the 1, both hands. That's for our C. Then we play in the right hand again and then add in the E minor. So once again, the way that E minor comes in. So all together. Now the D is going to be really similar to how we did the C, where we hit both notes at the same time. So let's do that all together. And then the A and the B work like this. Once again. So that final A in the right hand and the B hit at the same time. So I'll play that whole progression through slowly. It sounds like this. That's it. So of course, we're not going to play it with a piano. We're going to have the mod wheel about 50 to 60%. That lead is going to be in this range here. The left hand is either going to be single notes in the lower end of the octave or the full octave when we build. Now right after that bridge, we have this signature little vocal lead, and that sounds like this. That takes us right out of the bridge. So slowly. So coming out would be something like this. That takes us right back into the verse chords. Just leave the mod wheel alone. We're going to play the verse exactly how we played the first one. Now there are some little vocal lead lines that are optional, but if you want to add them in, they sound something like this. And then I think another one. And the only part we have left is at the end, we fade from the chorus, we tag it, and go into a piano part. So, as we played earlier, that piano actually comes in mod wheel at 100%. So as we come out of the chorus, we actually move back in. We're going to drop off the lower end of the octave. So it would be something like this. It's a really smooth fade there. And that is really all the parts of the song. So I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. This song patch was a blast to make, and it's actually really fun to play and pretty simple too. Now, if you like what we're doing, I actually highly suggest that you head over to our Sunday Sounds Insiders Facebook group. We post a poll there pretty regularly, and in that poll, we have the option to add different songs that you would like us to make. And so if that song gets a lot of votes, there's a really high chance that we will end up making a song-specific patch for it. Okay, I'm going to leave you with that. So until next time, I'm Ryan from Sunday Sounds. Have a great day.